Hello, it's Aaron Cassover here with the Connected Agent June 2015 users group. It is almost summer. Days are getting hotter. And of course, we are hard at work with ways to help you market your insurance business online. Got something really cool, something new to show you this month, and something we've been kind of quietly working on for a while. And so it's fun to take the wraps off of this new feature, something we'll be adding to the program. So today's agenda, the new feature. We have something new coming in that's going to help you quite a bit, I think. And let's dive in, talk about what we've got. So we all have questions about our sites, right? You're running a site. You're probably wondering, we have the cool effects. Are people coming to the site? Obvious question. Site's out there, you're doing some stuff. Is it working? If they are coming, where did they come from? How did they get there? Are you doing email marketing? Are you doing social media? Have you got your referrals linking to your site? You've probably done some things. Maybe you have a review page on Yelp or some local review sites. So what's working? How are they getting to you? This is good to know because it helps you kind of understand which things are paying off, which things you should do more of, and which things are not. If you are spending money in online advertising, obviously you want to know if it's giving you a return or not. So how'd they get there? And the third thing is, what do they do? So they came to your site. What do they look at? Are people looking at pages about MedSup? Are they looking at pages about long-term care? Is there a big increase in critical illness interest in your website visitors? What do they do? So these three questions are things I think all of us have wondered at some point in our site. And we have been working on a really easy, really cool way to help you answer these questions. And of course, the last one is, do my marketing campaigns work? So if you're doing some marketing, if you have direct mail, is that creating traffic to your site? If you're doing online advertising, is it working? Okay, so I have more. Is my site doing better than last month? Okay, this is the last question here. How are you doing over month? Are you seeing the increase that you're looking for? Are you improving your traffic, improving your site's performance overall? So these 5 questions. Now, to help you answer these questions, we have developed an entirely new component of the Connected Agent platform called Analytics. And Analytics is brand new, something that we're introducing today. We're going to show it to you for the first time. It's something that we think is really cool. Like I said before, it's a really, really simple, built-in way for you to see what's going on with your website. So here's what it does. It tells you what's going on. It lets you know your visitors by day and by month. It lets you see where people came from, and it lets you find out what they did. And we have taken all of this data, and we've bundled it up into a single one-page snapshot that's really easy to use, really easy to read to answer these questions. There's analytics tools out there. We talked about them before. There's things like Google Analytics that give you tons of power, tons of ways to slice and dice and kind of drill into your site's performance, but they don't give you this really simple snapshot. And so that's what we've created here. And let's take a look at it in action. I'm gonna go away from the presentation into my browser, logged into my account here, and you can see now that a new little button shows up on the top for me. Next to social media, I now have Analytics. This is new. And when I click on it, it's going to take me to my Analytics dashboard. This is that one screen snapshot of what's going on my site. And so it's June. Right now we're looking at what's happened in June. You can see June is green on the graph here. And we also show you the previous month. So we see May. If I actually go back to May, I'll go ahead and do that. You can choose what month you look at. If I go back to May, it will show me April, the month before May, and June. So you can really compare month to month to see the month before and the month after to see how it's doing. You can see a lot's happened. There's some peaks, there's some valleys. I can go and look. And so, for example, here on the 11th of May, I had 61 visitors to my site. Big increase from the day before. The day before, I had 5. When you see something like that, you're going to have to wonder what happened. What'd you do? And if you keep track of your marketing, if you keep track of campaigns you send out, maybe email campaigns or direct mail campaigns, maybe it's even outbound phone calls, you can go back here to your analytics and you can see if there's a corresponding change to website traffic. And so you can really get very quick feedback on a day-by-day basis of what's working, what's driving people to your site, and what you should do more of. And so this shows us just right here a 3-month snapshot comparing month by month. Now, if I scroll down, you're going to see 3 columns here, and this is where we show you 3 different snapshots. The first one is incoming visits by traffic source. And so we've broken down Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And if you're using a social media platform, you're going to be pushing out content to those 3 networks. Now, it just so happens that this is my demo account. I'm not really doing much of that, but I've seen other accounts where people are active in social media, and you can really see how much of your traffic came from each of the 3 social networks. The next one is websites, and this is links on other websites. Now, in my case, this is where the bulk of my traffic comes from. And then search engines, you can see how much traffic search engines brought you. And then finally, direct. And direct is if somebody just goes in and types in the name of your website. So maybe it's on your business card, maybe it's in an email you send out, maybe you're on the phone and you tell them to go to it. That's where direct comes from. And so you can get a snapshot of, okay, so where did my traffic come from? I had 267 visits last month, and I can break it down. 1 came from Facebook, 53 from website links, 2 from search engines, and 211 came direct. The next column shows you which are the top 5 pages they looked at. So you can see my top page, of course, is my home page. That's probably going to be the top page for most of you. The next top page is MedSup. What is it? And then life insurance. What is critical illness? And then finally, last on the list here is long-term care. So if I were doing a campaign to promote MedSup, I might look to see month by month, does the MedSup page get more traffic overall in the rankings? Maybe my long-term care section, that's my main product. Maybe when I move that up. So I'm going to go out there and try to drive more traffic to my long-term care page. Maybe do a campaign around long-term care. Maybe post more content on social media about long-term care to see if I can move that page up in this list. And then finally, the third column, we show you the goal, which is to generate business from your site, generate leads, how many submissions you had on the different forms. So, for example, if you're offering up the Surviving Critical Illness Financially guide, that's a guide in our library. Maybe you're doing a big push. You've done some email marketing about that. You have put it on social media, maybe even run some pay-per-click ads trying to drive traffic to that Surviving Critical Illness Financial guide. You can just see right here, okay, well, how many leads did that generate? Now, of course, in my case, we see a bunch of zeros. Don't worry about too much about that. This is a demo site, but you get the sense. If you want to generate leads, you're going to go look here and see what's doing that for you, what's not, and then really get some very, very concrete things you can do to start to improve these numbers. So that's analytics. Like I said, it's super simple. It's built into the platform. It just is going to come with the Connected Agent platform, so you're going to get it automatically. Really no setup and really nothing to it. We think it's really cool. And so let's go back over to the presentation. Now there's one final thing about analytics I need to tell you. And that's that we are in beta. It's a beta release. We're still fine-tuning it. We're still improving it. And so what we're doing today is we're going to offer anybody who wants in early access. in exchange for one thing. We want some feedback. So if you are interested in getting analytics right away, just drop us an email, support@connectedagent.biz. We'll go into your account. We'll turn it on. We're actually already collecting data for all of you. We've been collecting data all year. So you'll find that you're going to have data that goes back, I think, all the way until December of your site. And so you can go back and see what's happening. But you can get in early access just by dropping us an email. We are planning on a general release later on this summer. We are probably, depending on how much feedback we have, how much fine-tuning we have, I would say we're between 4 and 6, maybe 4 and 8 weeks out from a general release. So we turn it on, you'll all get it. We'll notify everybody. But if you want early access, let us know. We'll hook you up. Now, as always, if you have questions, if you get into analytics and you want to discuss a little more, learn how it works, or if you're looking at this presentation and want to know if it's going to be valuable to you, go to the LinkedIn group. Go to the Connected Agent LinkedIn group, post your questions there. That way we can all collaborate together. We can all see the questions and benefit from them. Maybe somebody hasn't asked the question, but would like to know the answer. And so this is a way for us to all kind of benefit from each other. That's what we've got today. Quick presentation, but hopefully it's something that you'll find really useful. We're really excited about it. We can't wait to get it in your hands. So again, drop us an email and we will set you up. Thanks, and we'll talk soon.